On many occasions, you will find yourself doing something accidentally. You may accidentally hurt somebody with the words you say. You may accidentally do an action that you don't need to do. And although you are unaware of the circumstances or that it's wrong, a quote by Peter says, "Ignorance is no excuse, it's the real thing." Just because you are ignorant to the consequences, it does not excuse your actions for the harm you may do. And yes, an apology can always make things better, or you can always try to make things better, but it does not resolve the damage you can do. For example, you can hurt somebody with the words you say, and that damage will follow them throughout their entire lives, whether you apologize or not. And you just being ignorant to the situation is not going to be an excuse for your actions or for the damage you put them through. Because ignorance is not an excuse. It's the real thing. Thank you.
You keep that. Thank you.
You want collecting these guys? I want to have like a souvenir.
Collecting everybody's?
But I didn't realize that every time I did that. Talk about it like a speech.
Before you learn the fact that you're I don't think it was a little longer, so it's not my turn.
I was, and it's not like the most opposite ways that I come and do it. This is my speech and I do it. Really? I just think that's when I write my essay, I just out there and I did like a speech. That was the best way for me to do
I
it.
don't know. I think so.
You sound like you're about to go on a rant right now. But then again, this is something it's supposed to be really good, and then all of a sudden, you just walk away.
The only thing I don't do is I don't use
Well, I thought the opening was okay. Unfortunately, that's mostly what the speech was the opening of the speech. You have a nice excuse me, you have a nice transition to the topic. It sounded to me like you had a good statement of the purpose that you were going to have in the speech, and then you're done. You just kind of wrapped it up and said, that's as far as I'm going to go with this. You don't have any organizational structure, you don't have any examples to develop, and so as a consequence, the speech isn't really going to give us an opportunity to understand what you're saying and see whether or not you're right. You're not going to be able to convince us because there's no content development. In the limited amount of time that you were up there speaking, your voice projected reasonably well. I thought that there was reasonable variety there. Nothing that's problematic. I do think that the pacing is a little bit off, partially because you're trying to think of the next thing to say. There's not much opportunity for gestures. You've got the quote in your hand most of the time. Facial expressions. You kind of look around a lot. The eye contact, I'm noticing it's down, up, and then down quite a bit. And so you never really get a chance to engage the audience. And you're not there for very long. You don't even make it to a minute. So it's, like I said, a little underdeveloped. Anxiety, maybe in the facial expressions and eye contact. You've also got a little bit of body swaying that you're doing that suggests that you're uncomfortable. The problem with the presentation, you know what it is. It's the content doesn't get developed. You don't create an organizational structure. You don't come up with any particular examples. You've got the one vague idea that you're starting with, and then that's as far as you're able to get with this, and so that's a problem. All right, thank you. Daniela. Oh, she stepped out for a moment. Well, then she just threw Heather under the bus. Heather, you're next.
Where is she?
Yep.
The nerve.
Good stories.
They didn't want to go there trash talking.
Oh, what the?
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
What if this is?
Hold on, that's
Good timing.